What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Vechain and its recent price action, along with some talk about news and fundamentals, and with a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone for their continued support, the likes and subscribers, Patreon and YouTube members, and all your amazing comments and sharing. We appreciate you all so much at the channel, and we've been growing incredibly fast recently, so thank you to all of you. We've just passed 8,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing, so thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on bell notifications as well. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. In any instance, you can sign up to our free Telegram via the description. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So we have seen a bounce for Vechain, as we can quite clearly see here. We did actually come back down all the way to around 6.5 cents here. But we actually made a higher low than the previous wick down, which is important to note. And obviously this is one of the first signs of a reversal if you basically can't get to the previous low. But we have actually made some higher lows as well, which is important to note. As you can see, the price action has been going like this. Goodness me. The price action has been going like this for a while, but as we can see, we did actually come down like we came down like this, and then we made a higher low, and now it seems as though we may make another higher low, maybe in this region, which would lead to us breaking out of this channel that we're still in. It's interesting because quite a lot of altcoins have actually broken out of their descending channel that we've been seeing, but Vechain hasn't actually had the pump like most have. As we can see here, it is still up over around 83% since yesterday, so congratulations to everyone who bought the dip. You would have been up massively on your profits right now. But Vechain is still struggling to get outside of this channel that we're outlining here. I guess maybe if you move the channel down like this so it has more touching points with potentially a fake out here, then you would probably see that it is somewhat breaking out of its channel. But in reality, it does seem as though it hasn't really had that confirmed breakout that we would like to see. With most cryptos, we did see this correction to the downside. We've gone well below all the moving averages here, as we can see. We bounced off the bottom of the channel here. We came back up, had a really nice bounce. We've come all the way to the top of the channel, but we're seeing resistance, which is forcing the price back down. We did see something very bullish though, which is we got the cross on the EMAs here, as we can see. The gold 20 flipped on top of the red 50, which is bullish. And that means that basically the price action is probably going to go up sometime soon. An example of this would be, let's just take a look at the last time that we flipped the red into the gold. Where's the first real example of this? Okay. So basically what we're looking at here is, as you can see, we did actually get the flip of the red on top of the gold here, which means that bearish price action is about to happen. And as we can see, boom, we came all the way to the downside a lot. But then we got another flip here where we flipped bullish. And as you can see, the gold on top, all the way on top here. Every single time that we came back down, we managed to bounce back above the gold, and we kept coming back up. Basically, the entire time, we didn't really see much of a flip back to a bearish price movement with the red on top, as you can see here. So with the gold on top, we've seen some very nice bullish price action, as you can see there. Let me just get rid of these lines because they do get rather annoying. And then obviously here another example, we flipped the red on top, and then obviously the price action did come down somewhat, but then you get another flip here with some sideways price action, and then we get that real confirmation here of the gold really flipping on top of the red. Got a massive move to the upside with the gold on top of the red all the way up here, so the 20 on top of the 50. This is a very good sign, as you can see, and historically works out quite well as being a good indicator of the price action basically changing in sentiment. As we can quite clearly see, this whole time the red is on the bottom, the gold's on top. So when the 20 is on top of the 50, you can see that generally prices are going up very nicely. And as we can see here, when the red's on top of the gold, or the 50s on top of the 20, the moving averages, you can quite clearly see the price action has been going down basically the whole time. Pretty much exactly when we got the flip here, the price action just went straight to the downside. as you can see here. The price action did seem as though it was trying to, it's all the way down, it's been trying to bounce. As you can see, we did actually bounce beyond the 20 here, but we hit the 34. We came back down, we got past the 34, but then we bounced off the 50. We came back down for a large correction here, as you can see. Came back up, retested the 20, bouncing off the 20. Then we came back up and bounced off the 50. We actually got a fake out here above the 50, but we couldn't hold it. Came back down, bounced off the 50, all the way up, as you can see. We got a nice bounce here. We actually broke all of the... Let me just remove these lines again. We actually broke all of the moving averages here, and we did just flip bullish, but then we saw that we bounced off of the channel that we've outlined here, and then we came back down, flipped bearish again, and as you can see, we've been bouncing off the EMAs all the way down. If we broke the 20, we couldn't break the 34, and if we couldn't break the 34, we couldn't break the 50, pretty much the entire time. And then we got this massive capitulation, as we saw in the whole market. We got a nice bounce off of this. And came all the way back up, broke all of the EMAs, but we couldn't actually reach this the channel here to retest, and we didn't actually flip any of the EMAs here, so bearish continuation did continue. And then, as we can see, we came back down, continuing bouncing off the EMAs, coming all the way down, and now we've actually seen a few good things happen. We've had a proper flip of the EMAs here, which is bullish in our opinion. We've actually come back up, and we've got the somewhat, as we can see, we had the fake out to the downside below this macro blue trend line that we've outlined here. We've actually had the fake out to the downside. We've come back up above it, and now we're retesting it as support, which is bullish. We've obviously bounced off of this channel again, which is something that we would like to see be broken, because with other altcoins that we've been looking at, this channel has actually been broken, the downtrend. So currently, Vechain looks like it's at a bit of a crossroads where it's difficult to tell what's going to happen. Obviously, we really want to see it break out of this channel and maybe make some more higher lows. If we can get above this 12.5 cent level, this would be very bullish for continuation for Vechain. But obviously, it hasn't broken out of this channel yet from what we can tell. So currently, it's very difficult to tell what's going to happen with Vechain. We can see there are a few bullish factors. Obviously, we've got the cross on the EMAs, which tends to suggest that we may be flipping bullish somewhat. But the fact that we're still bouncing off this channel doesn't seem that great in terms of a continuation. This is what we really need to see it break. If we can break out of this channel, we do think that Vechain can continue to the upside very nicely. But obviously, it remains to be seen whether or not this can happen. And if it can't break this channel, we're in danger of basically coming back down, retesting these EMAs. As we can see, we're currently bouncing off the 50 here. And if we break down below the 50 again, we could be seeing more downwards price action for Vechain as it starts to roll. And in that instance, we probably would be looking at least coming back down and retesting this low at around 71 cents here. Maybe making a double bottom and then continuing upwards. Or we could actually be seeing even worse case scenario, continuing downwards in this trend, channel that we've been outlining here, this trend, and just continuing to the downside and making lower lows. And that's obviously something that we don't want to be seeing happening. We have been seeing a nice bounce for the whole market in general, but it doesn't seem as though Vechain has really bounced as much as other cryptos so far. It hasn't really broken out of the channel that it's been trading inside of, which is something that we're quite concerned about, because if it doesn't break out of this channel, we're just going to be rolling over. And then once we roll the EMAs, we're probably going to be seeing these levels again, at least, or even a lower low and continuing downwards in this channel, which is obviously not bullish price action at all. And considering how much the market does seem to be bouncing right now, it would be a slight concern to us that Vechain hasn't bounced yet. But we do think if Bitcoin can lead the market up into the, basically, if Bitcoin can head up to 42K or beyond, we do think we'll see a nice bounce for Vechain as well. Obviously, it just hasn't had as strong a bounce as other cryptos that we've been looking at. For example, Polygon broke out of its channel. It was up 110% yesterday, and eGold also seemed to have broken out of its channel as well. But Vechain still looks as though it's kind of struggling inside of its channel. I guess you could say that potentially this is the channel here, and that we have broken out and retested, but it doesn't really line up that much on the charts. As you can see, there are quite a few points where it's broken out here, and we would like to see basically more of a confirmed breakout than that. We would probably say that this is the channel more realistically. As you can see, we did come up and retest it a few times and adhere to it on the way down. We do want to see it break out of these levels. If we can get to this 12.5 cent in the short term, that'd be very nice for a continuation or even just a sideways action whilst the market sorts out what it wants to do. Long-term price target, we're still so bullish on Vechain. We definitely think this could be $2 to $3 by the end of the year, just because it's got such a huge amount of adoption and use case, and it's getting just more and more adoption as time goes on. As we can quite clearly see, it can move parabolically to the upside. So obviously it can go up, it can go down just as quickly, but that doesn't mean that it can't go back up just as quickly as well once the market sorts itself out. So we're still so bullish on Vechain. Super long term, 5 to 10 years, we easily think it could be $10 a token, which would be around, what is that, 100x from the current price. So plenty to be bullish on Vechain, guys. Don't get too caught up in the short-term minutiae of what's going on, because long-term things usually work themselves out. Quality projects always tend to go up in the long term, so not financial advice, of course, but don't panic, know what you own, etc, etc. So that's our video on Vechain today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Also, make sure to hit the like button, as it helps the channel out so much. So if you're a fan of the channel, please just go ahead and give that like button a little tap right now. Just give it a tap. Currently, only 10% of our viewers are subbed, and we'd love to see our community continue to grow more, so please hit the big red subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're going to be offering a host of additional benefits, including coin calls, and the higher tiers gain one-to-one access to us personally, as well as a look at our personal portfolio, our daily research of cryptos with massive potential, and not to mention a 100x portfolio that we're currently constructing. So please take advantage of that there. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for the affiliate links for discounts and free crypto. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.